Hello, boyos.
Hello, boyos.
This is the Loner Gamescast, where we discuss that everything in the world, the entire world, is video games and nothing else. My name is Nick. That over there is my best friend, my guy, my one true love in the whole world, Jacob Woods.
I'm touched.
How are you doing? How are you doing, Jake?
I'm doing good, man. I watched that movie Malignant.
I saw you tweet about it. I've never heard of it. Not even a little bit.
So Malignant is the new movie by James Wan. And if you don't know who James Wan is, he created the Saw movies. He did the Conjuring movies. He did the Insidious movies.
Okay.
But on top of that, he also directed Furious 7 and Aquaman. And he is currently directing the second Aquaman as well.
So what you're telling me is all of his movies are bad.
How dare you? First of all, the first Saw movie holds up, okay?
Yeah, that's the only one. I mean,
Furious 7 is my favorite Fast and Furious movie. Aquaman is a good time.
Yeah.
And this movie is like, hey, you know how I make horror movies? Well, I also make fucking Aquaman too. What if I blended those things together? And it's not.
So they put Aquaman in Saw, like they did with like Dr. Phil and Shaq.
No. It's like not a scary movie. It's cheesy as fuck. I don't want to spoil it, but like it's a slasher film. Like it is of the vein of like Jason or Freddy. Like. And It is fucking good. I recommend it. Most people will probably hate it, but I fucking loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
So is it like on the side of Scream where it's funny, but
I laughed
slashery?
I laughed a few times. I think it takes itself way more seriously than Scream does, actually.
Okay.
But I think that's what makes it really funny. Yeah, it's really a wonderful movie.
Is it like the original Justice League or was it Batman v Superman? It was one of those that we thought was hilarious because of how seriously they took it.
Kind of. I think it's more intentional than that, though.
Okay.
Like I think he's like intentionally making a cheesy, because like a lot of the shots are like so beautiful and like the lighting is like wonderful, and then it's just of like really stupid shit that I can't believe. It's on HBO and it came out in theaters, and I cannot believe that they made this movie and like they greenlit it. And I feel like they're like, James Wan, he makes billions of dollars all the time. Let him make whatever he wants, and he did, and it's wonderful. It's fantastic.
What do you know what the runtime is like this on this film?
It's about 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might pick it up.
You know, everything is video games, so
that's right.
That's
yeah,
what we're talking about. I watched it last night, so it's fresh on the brain.
Yeah.
And it has a lot to do with the brain, dude. That's a little let's say this movie is all about your family having your back. Let's just put it that way. Everyone who's seen Malignant is laughing right now. They're like, nice.
All zero people.
Yeah, there's got to be. Well, no one's listening to this anyway, so you're right.
But one day maybe. One day we'll have all seen Malignant. The world will have burned down.
Also, Nick, episode 69, baby.
Oh, that is absolutely right. I would have made a joke at the top of the show if I knew about it. And it's right. It's literally staring me in the face.
Staring at you in the face, yeah.
So I'm going to start that over. Hello, boyos. This is episode 69 of the Loner Gamecast. Yay! There we go. Got it out of the way. Nice. Yeah. What? Other than movies, what have you been playing?
Why don't you start? Because I went on a tangent about Malignant. You start. Cool. What you been playing?
So I saw Cruella.
Oh,
speaking about movies.
Okay, yeah.
I saw Cruella. That movie gets more hate than it deserves. I will say that. It's actually pretty fun.
I need to watch it.
It's a really fun movie. The beginning, as people have said, is like the worst part, which it kind of is. It's really dumb. Like so I'm gonna spoil it right at the beginning. Like the first 30 minutes, her mom dies. Corella's mom dies because dogs pushed her off a cliff, and you'd think that that's like kind of cheesy, and you do think it's cheesy right at the beginning. You're like, oh, okay, that's why she doesn't like Dalmatians, because Dalmatians just pushed her mom off the cliff. But that isn't technically true, and it also has nothing to do with why she doesn't like dogs.
Yeah.
They actually kind of don't explain why she doesn't like dogs in the movie.
She just wants to skin them, right? Isn't that her thing?
Yes, in the original. In this one, it's much less about that. It's like a kid-friendly Devil Wears Prada. You know?
It's a great movie.
It is a great movie. And this movie is like that. It has is very reminiscent of that. And it's but it's a little more kid. It makes sense to kids, because like if you took your kid to Devil Wears Prada, they'd be like, I don't understand what's going on. This movie sucks. This one has like flashy scenes and funny characters, and like there's a dog with an eye patch who's pretty cute, and you know, the CG is pretty bad on the dogs. I mean, it's good, but you know, you can tell it's CG, and it's like this makes me uncomfortable. But it's a good movie.
How is Emma Stone? Because like when I think of Emma Stone, I don't think Cruella. You know, when they announced her as Cruella, I was like, what?
It's perfect.
Yeah,
perfect. Yeah, that could just be because she's like a fashionista or whatever. She's like a clothing designer, I guess, and she just rocks all of these outfits and makes it believable. You know.
Now let me ask you this, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
So we know Emma Stone
mm-hmm.
played Gwen Stacy, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And now she's doing movies with Disney.
Mm-hmm.
And we're starting to see some, like, you know, Spider-Man crossovers. You think we're going to see her in Spider-Man?
Oh, I don't know. I thought you were going to ask me about Star Wars, and I'm like, maybe.
She'd be cool in Star Wars. Yeah,
that'd be a pretty interesting character in Star Wars. They'd have to use her correctly, but Star Wars doesn't really do that kind of stuff.
They don't really pick famous people for Star Wars.
Especially not for main characters. You know, they'll have like famous people off the side, like
Forrest Whitaker
doing one-lines or assistant characters. I could see, dude, there's so much news about a No Way Home. Like I think there's so many misdirects that Disney is having to put out there to hide the fact that, you know, what people are saying are right and what people are saying are wrong. I don't think we know anything about this movie.
No,
I think they just threw out a trailer and went, we're going to give them something, and it's going to be like the very thin veil that kind of goes over the story. Like nothing at all, but it's just like just to get people to shut the hell up. My theory
is it's called No Way Home. So I am expecting him to be in Tobey Maguire's universe. And like he's not even in the MCU. Like when they do the spell, he gets shot over into Tobey's universe.
And
that's why it's called No Way Home. So when here's maybe what they'll do. Like when Doc Ock sees Spider-Man, he's actually seeing Tom Holland as Tobey.
Right.
Because that's how he sees Spider-Man. You know?
So you don't even think Tobey Maguire is going to be in the movie?
Well, I think he is in it, but he's just Tom Holland. So like it'll flash to like he'll see Tobey, but then it.
I think I don't know. That's pretty out there. That's pretty out there. That would be something wild. But that's a good point, because you know Andrew Garfield has been like, no, I'm not in this movie. Stop asking me.
Did you hear about the leaks of Venom?
No.
The post-credit scene? I won't even say. Okay.
Okay.
hella
Yeah.
spoilers. But
Anyway, we'll stop talking about movies, even though they're sort of video games. And this week I've been playing some Call of Duty Vanguard. They had a open beta for
yeah,
the
how is that?
multiplayer thing. It's fine. It's fine. It's exactly what you'd expect. It is better than Call of Duty Cold War, Black Ops Cold War, whatever, Treyarch's Call of Duty 16, Cold War, Black Ops 7, um,
Ghosts.
it reminds me a lot of World at War, back in the day, mixed with the newest Modern Warfare 2019. So because they use the same engine as Modern Warfare, so it feels like the menus feel nice. The gunsmith is kind of cool. But then you get in the game and the game feels okay, but the sounds are off. The controller vibrations are off. There's something just not in it. There's something missing, and I can't put my finger on it. It just feels kind of flat, the whole experience. But it's fine. It's a Call of Duty. It's exactly what you'd expect. If you this Call of Duty is going to sell just fucking fine.
Yeah.
Even with all the allegation, not even going to say allegations. Even with all the bullshit that's going on in Blizzard right now, this game is going to be number one forever until the next one comes out. Other than that, nothing too crazy.
Why don't people push back on Call of Duty? Like, there's no like real counter to Call of Duty. It's wild.
What do you mean?
Like, there's no like alternative to Call of Duty.
There is.
It's like Battlefield.
You got like Overwatch, but
that's not like Call of
Battlefield's
Duty.
Battlefield's a very big pushback to Call of Duty.
Yeah, but it feels like a different thing.
The thing is, like, Call of Duty has gotten it right. The gunplay, at least, the way the weapon like feels, they've gotten that down. And I don't know why they changed the sounds and changed.
There's just
all the
not
stuff.
a whole lot of like other military shooters besides Call of Duty.
Because honestly,
I feel like there used to be, but there's like not at all anymore.
Honestly, it's kind of old.
Yeah,
it's kind of old. Like, it's kind of boring. Call of Duty is only there because it's a guilty pleasure. It's a very you know what you're gonna be doing. It's
run
familiar to It's like I'm buying Call of Duty because this is what I expect to do, and it's exactly what you expect. Whereas another game comes out, those people who play Call of Duty aren't gonna buy something that's not Call of Duty because they're not used to it. They don't know it.
Right.
It's different, Anyway, I haven't been playing anything other than that and Apex and the standard stuff week after week. But what have you been playing, my guy?
Well, first of all, so last night I watched Malignant, as I mentioned, and then afterwards I finished editing a podcast. Which, go check out the Jake and Corey podcast. It's a banger this week. But I finished editing that. I was posting it, and I was like, what am I going to do? I go over to Tetris Effect Connected, which I've been playing that consistently. But then I went back to the Journey mode, and I forgot on my PS5 I never downloaded my save file, so it was all gone. And I was like, fuck it, we'll start over. And I just like replayed. I stayed up till like 3 a.m. and just replayed the entire Journey mode.
Damn.
God damn, that game is so fucking good. It's so good,
so
man.
good.
It's so good. But besides that, I've been playing Deathloop, and let me tell you, man, this game really has its hooks in me. So when I started it on stream, and I played like the first 3 hours on stream. The tutorializing is horrific. Okay, they make it so much more complicated than it needs to be. I get why they did it though, because if you're stupid as fuck, they really explain it so you can figure it out. But to me, it was really annoying. It's kind of boring. I was like, what the hell's going on? But then you start getting these slabs, which is when you start getting your powers and stuff. And you could start like shifting around. There's a really cool power where you can connect guys to each other. and then you kill one of them, you kill all of them. And it's a
Cool.
really cool mode, and I love it. And I'm just having so much fun. And like as the story progresses, and like figuring out the story has actually been like really intriguing, because it's like, oh, go here and you can find out where they're hanging out together at certain times of days. And god damn, it's really a really clever game, and like really fresh and new, you know. So yeah, I'm excited to keep playing it. I'll probably beat it because it seems like short.
I hear that the controls are a little wonky. Like there's not a whole
Yeah.
lot of options when it comes to like settings, and also like there's something weird with like the delay in controls, or the just something about like the camera movement just doesn't feel right, is what I've been hearing. It's kind of old school or janky or something like that.
Well, it's a first person stealth game, you know, so like it's janky for sure, and it's a Dishonored game. So yeah, it's got a little bit of jank. And another issue, and my friend Brandon just brought this up to me, the AI is really fucking dumb. The game might be, it could do for like a grounded mode where it's a little harder. Because it does feel a little easy at times, where I could just like take everyone out kind of no problem. But I don't really mind it because the story's so good. But yeah, the AI seems really stupid, and it makes me wonder, because Dishonored 1, I feel like they were kind of stupid and it worked well, because you would literally be right next to them, but since you're above them, they wouldn't see you. But then Dishonored 2, the AI was a bit smarter, and it was really just annoying. And like you get spotted constantly.
I feel like you would need, with the certain toolkit that you have in this game, like where you can swap with people's places, you can set up kind of like traps for people to like kill themselves on, essentially. The AI has to be dumb. You know, you can't expect an AI to be like, you know, Last of Us 2 level AI where they send dogs at you. Otherwise it would just kind of defeat the purpose of like the interesting interactions that you can do with different weapons.
And also you don't have peripheral vision because it's a first person game. So
yeah, which I never understood. I played the first Dishonored and I'm like, I hate this. I hate the camera in this. It's just, how am I supposed to be stealthy when like I feel like my head is like, is anybody looking at me?
Yeah, but like once you start like zipping around with the blink, like it's so good. That game is so good, man. I love that game. I love this game too. I'm really liking it. And the story, I like the aesthetic. This game is better than Dishonored, like hands down.
It looks better.
Yeah, like the aesthetic is cool. I really like the characters. Like the character building is really good. Not to say that there's bad characters in Dishonored and that the story is bad in Dishonored. I like the story just fine in Dishonored, but this is just like way more fun. And yeah, and the way you unravel it is like you kind of do it yourself. Like you could kind of pick your own path and do it how you want. Even though it is kind of linear, you can definitely play it in a linear fashion, but like,
gotcha.
Yeah, it's good though. I really like it.
Cool. I might have to borrow that from you when.
Yeah, I'll probably finish it this. I'll probably finish it this week. I'll give it to you.
Oh, don't say that on air. It won't come.
I know, dude. I still have Psychonauts. Psychonauts has turned out to be a lot longer than I had anticipated.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That they haven't made a game since forever.
Yeah. I'll get back to Psychonauts though, because that game is wonderful as well. But Kenna Bridge of Spirits is coming out. There's so many games, dude.
Yeah, and that game looks really good. They just released a trailer today that looks really cool. It goes over some of the gameplay of it.
I'll be streaming it tonight at 9 p.m.
No shit.
Yep.
Comes out tomorrow. That's right.
I will be streaming tonight.
Cool. So we do have a couple of news. We had an event over the last week, and also we got news stories about Switch, about Quantic Dream, and we also have the NPD numbers. So we'll go over all that. But first, we're going to start off with some titties. Show them your titties, Jake.
Ooh!
No, I'm just kidding. Woo! All right, the first little titty. Anthony Mackie has been cast in a live-action Twisted Metal TV series as none other than Sweet Tooth.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is weird, but
I like it.
I dig it, because
Yeah.
I only know Anthony Mackie from Marvel shit,
Yeah,
where he
Falcon.
plays like a really nice dude. You know,
Yeah.
this is like he's an ice cream murderer, and it's like
Yeah.
there's a very different role, and I'm kind of curious. Like it could be bad, but also I'm for it.
But I also think it's going to be jokey as hell, and I think he can pull that off. Like we've seen him with him and Sebastian Stan just like joking around together. Like I think he could pull it off really well.
Yeah, I could see it. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what this show is going to be or like what it's going to be like. Is it going to be like
I
Fast
hope
and Furious, but instead of racing, it's going to
it's
be demolition derbies?
yeah, it's what was it? Death Race. That's what it's
Yeah,
gonna be.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
gonna be Death Race, the movie, the show.
Dude, Death Race. God, what a classic.
Classic. Hopefully it's like that, and it focuses more on like the Twisted Metal series, like the competition, than like an origin story for Sweet Tooth. You know,
Yeah, yeah, that's
I would be
true.
kind of annoyed if it was an origin story for Sweet Tooth.
I
It's
hope
like
it's like
I
not
don't need to
even
see that.
I hope it's like not even about Sweet Tooth. I hope he's just like a character in the show,
Right? Yeah.
And he like comes out and he's like, "What's up, guys?" Like he's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Anthony Mackie's gonna have to get fucking jacked for this though,
Dude,
if he wants
Anthony
to.
Mackie's already jacked. You seen that dude's ass? Beautiful. It's a specimen. I love it.
Well, he can't. We'll see. I don't know. This is the first time I've heard about a Twisted Metal TV series. Um, I don't know if
Yeah,
you've heard anything
I
about it.
feel like I heard about it a while ago, but like this is the first like piece of substantial news, I guess. I
Yeah.
actually think like Anthony Mackie was kind of rumored to be Sweet Tooth a while ago, but I feel like this is the first time it's actually been confirmed. Uh,
Okay.
So I don't know.
Interesting.
Do we know like
In-
where the show is gonna be? Like, is it gonna
Where
be
it's gonna
on
be streaming? Yeah,
like
I don't know.
HBO, Paramount? Because it's a Sony
Fucking
show, so
it'll be
they don't have their
it'll,
own.
it'll stream on CW with like
Oh
the
God.
Flash and
It's over, dude. It's over.
Smallville. It'll be a Smallville type show where
Maybe
they
maybe it's like a PlayStation. Remember how they did like
Oh,
Powers?
dude, yeah, and Chappie, yeah, whereas like you had to watch it on PlayStation, that would ruin it. That would ruin it.
It'd be kind of cool if
Um,
PlayStation was like, we're starting our own streaming service. Well,
Oh,
but like it's not like PlayStation. It's Sony. So
yeah,
then we
and
got
you
like
could get it,
Spider-Man
and you could
James
get it on
Bond.
any you could get it on any platform, really. That would be the only way it would work. Like if you can get the
Yeah, yeah,
Sony
yeah.
stream service on your phone or
But
on
it's
your laptop
free
or
with
something.
PlayStation Plus.
Ooh, now you talking. You're
That'd be
talking
pretty sweet.
loco, and I like it. Uh, Next couple of titties are delays, but of course, we live in the year of delays. Dying Light 2 has been delayed to 2022, so all those fans for Dying Light looking for this game, not coming out this year, not going to be
I
out
knew
for
it would
Christmas.
happen. I knew it would
We
happen.
we all knew. I think you can go back in the VODs or whatever, and you can see where there's like an episode where like, yeah, it got delayed, and I'm like, yeah, it's going to get delayed again.
Yeah.
And then they like gave a release date, and I'm like, no, that's not the release date. Also delayed this year is Battlefield 2042. Got delayed to November 19th. It's only a month delay, but still, it's a delay. People looking forward
just
to
ironing
it.
it out.
Yeah, it's probably some little like a HUD shit, or some sort of server issues that they weren't anticipating, so they're working on it. It makes sense as long as it doesn't happen again. It's all in the realm of possibility.
I hope they
and I'm
have a
not surprised.
beta. I hope they have a beta for this game because I'd really like to try it before I go buy it. You know?
Yep. Well, I mean, you could just give it like 3 months and it'll be $20.
That's true.
That's kind of how they go anyway. Or they'll be free for some reason.
I just know a couple of our friends are planning on buying it, and I know I'm gonna break and buy it too.
Yeah. I mean, that's the biggest That's the biggest thing is like when you're like, I'm not interested in this game, and then like 6 of your friends are like, oh man, this game's good, we're all gonna buy it, and then you buy it and then never play it again. And it's like, man, this game sucks. And you're like, I spent $60 to have, 2 nights of trying this game. Yeah, I hope there is a beta.
I know we could have gone to fucking Six Flags with that money.
That's exactly right. We were just talking about that. So that's the little titties that we got today. Also, there was an event, a THQ Nordic event. They called it the THQ Nordic 10th Anniversary Showcase. And we have the scoop, if you will, of everything that was shown there. Honestly, pretty lackluster. Lackluster showcase.
So, like, before they announced it, right? They're like, we're showing 6 new things. And one of them is a classic IP that everyone's been waiting for. And everyone's like, oh shit, doesn't THQ Nordic have Time Splitters? And everyone's like, fuck, we're going to see Time Splitters. We did not see Time Splitters.
Nope.
So, yeah. It was very lackluster. Also, THQ Nordic is a very confusing company to me. I don't know, like, who owns what properties, what's part of THQ Nordic. I don't fucking know, dude. Is Saints Row part of THQ Nordic? I don't fucking know. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah, like THQ died and then got resurrected, and now it's just kind of like a shambling zombie. It's kind of like nobody knows what it's gonna do, and it's like, is this gonna bite me? Is this a friendly thing? And then it comes up to you and it's like, I've got games, and you're like, those are not really games. Go away. Well,
I think like THQ Nordic, right? Or it was Nordic bought THQ. They became THQ Nordic, but then THQ Nordic was bought by like Koch Media, and then like Koch Media turned THQ Nordic into just a game developer, I think. I don't fucking know what's going on with these guys, dude. It's so confusing because Saints Row is Deep Silver, which is part of Koch Media, but it's not part of THQ Nordic. It's so confusing, dude. I don't fucking know what's going on.
Yeah.
And anyway, to me, I am still convinced THQ Nordic is some sort of fucking money laundering scheme. Like, it's gotta be, dude. The fact that they're like, we bought everything. We've bought every dead game in the history of games. We own them all now.
We own them all thanks to meth money.
Yeah, it's like, what, from what? Darksiders 3? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's weird, man. Anyway, it's their 10th anniversary, so they did a showcase that screamed money laundering. The first thing they showed was probably the only interesting thing that we knew was going to happen, and it was Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed. And they showed gameplay of it, and it just looks... if you saw the Destroy All Humans 1 remaster, it looks the same. It's the second game. I don't understand why they didn't just lump these two together into one game.
Money.
Then they showed a game where you play... Okay, this game looks like Avatar, and it's called Outcast 2: A New Beginning, where you play as a space marine who I guess is defending native people on a planet from other space marines, is kind of the vibe that I got from this trailer. It says, a cult classic pre-GTA 3 open world games returns for a sequel over 2 decades after its 1999 debut. Explore a new region of the alien planet of Adelpha and help its native inhabitants cast off their robot invaders in third-person combat featuring powered-up jetpack and a holo shield. This game looks like it should have come out in like 2007.
Yeah, I just don't understand. I don't understand why this is a thing. But that's kind of like THQ Nordic's thing, I guess. It's like I
I
don't know why
guess.
they're a thing either, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And then we got another game from 1999, Jagged Alliance, but this is the third one. And it says, no, this isn't the first time this venerated tactics series has come back since Jagged Alliance 2 left players wanting more in 1999, but hopefully this will be the one to get it right. Tropico and Surviving Mars developer Jaime Point Games is leading the charge as it brings some familiar mercenary faces as well as some new ones to a new region full of strategic opportunities only on PC. So none of these faces were recognizable to me because I never played these games. The trailer is all cinematic, and it makes it seem like it's like maybe a first-person shooter, a third-person shooter, and then they showed the title. It's a Jagged Alliance 3, and then they showed gameplay of it, and it's just like this boring ass looking XCOM game, where guys stand out in the open and you shoot them and one guy literally goes, "Ow, that hurt."
Yeah.
It's literally a line. It looks like a game from 2003.
Straight up like a phone game.
Yep, it looks bad. Next up we have Superpower 3. I don't remember this one. The grand strategy game of geopolitics in the pursuit of world peace or global domination returns in Superpower 3, a PC exclusive follow-up to the 2004 Superpower 2. Naturally, things have changed a bit for both video games and the world since then, so you have to wait to see how developers tackle it.
I'm looking at the trailer and like I'm just it's the president or someone is like speaking.
You're
and
right.
It's just the most unsettling looking facial animation.
I mean his face really like moves. It crunches
rubbery.
down and like it moves a lot. I don't remember what this. There's guys in tanks. There's like nukes going off. There's the president talking, and then a nuke goes off in the mountains.
It's a sequel to a game that no one cared about.
I guess there's no gameplay. There's nothing. It's just military and the president. So if you're into military and the president, maybe I don't know, man. They didn't show anything for this game. This one's kind of cool, but I don't remember anybody like playing this one anymore. MX versus ATV Legends. I haven't played one of these games since the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, same.
I don't know if they're good anymore, but we're getting a new one. It's headed to PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X with no release window currently given. So I think everything except for Destroy All Humans had a release date or didn't have a release date. I think Destroy All Humans 2 is the only thing that had a somewhat release date, and it says 2022. So these games aren't actually real, is what I'm getting at. These games are all
early development. Yeah,
they're all fake. Then we got a trailer for Alex 2. I never played Alex 1.
Yeah, I've never even heard of these games.
Another Space Marine game, it looks like, where you're running from robots.
You're running from a Zoid. It's a fucking
yeah.
That is a Zoid, dude.
Yeah, it is. That's the whole trailer. It's like this purple beams coming from the sky.
That animation looks horrible. Holy fuck.
And then you're talking to like an elf guy in a forest who's got heavy armor on. And then you're in the desert running from a Zoid. And then you're talking to a lady. It's weird. It's fucking bizarre, man. I don't understand this. I don't know what Alex is.
Me either. Shit looks horrible, dude.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad. It looks pretty bad. Anyway, we'll move on. Jesus. Then the last trailer. Well, no.
No, there was Expeditions Rome.
Yeah, so we had Expeditions Rome. I don't remember what this one is either.
They like just like sat there and like talked for a while. Like they sat in chairs. I remember this shit. And
this one, they sat in chairs and then they're like, "Hey, you can make decisions as if you were a ruler in Rome," which is kind of cool. Yeah, this one seems okay.
yeah.
But they didn't show a whole lot. They showed like just a lot of dialogue boxes that you have to read. It's kind of like a visual novel with like some movement. Also doesn't look very good still. Yeah. You got anything to add to this?
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's just pictures, and this was really bad. And then the last thing that they showed, which kind of surprised me because they kind of introduced it, that's like Nickelodeon. And
Right. So the thing with THQ Nordic is they actually have a partnership with Nickelodeon right now, I guess.
okay.
So
I figured
they made the Bikini Bottom game as well.
right, I figured this would be like, hey, because the trailer's like, hey, look at all these skins that for SpongeBob that we have. Like you can see him as the well, I'll do it off of your stream. You can see him as like the conductor of the band, and then he's got like his
karate stuff.
The karate stuff, and Sandy's got her Jet Li uniform, and it's like, oh, so this is like cosmetics for Battle for Bikini Bottom or whatever the Nickelodeon Smash Bros is. It's like, oh yeah, you can like change the way your characters look in this fighting game, and it's like, nope, this is a completely different SpongeBob game,
because Battle for Bikini Bottom and the Nickelodeon fighting game are two very different games.
Right. Yeah, the Nickelodeon fighting game is what I'm talking about. I thought this was like more of that. It's like, hey, look at all these characters, and you can change the way they look and stuff.
I think it's
a whole new game.
First of all, I want to say the animation's fucking horrible in this trailer. Like, I hate it. I hate it so much. I like the song choice though. Obviously it's the classic, from the halftime show. But like the animation's horrible. But this is literally just an answer to, hey, Battle for Bikini Bottom, the remake, did gangbusters for us. Let's make a new one. Yep. And this is basic. I take this is a sequel to Battle for Bikini Bottom. It's almost like when they brought back Crash Bandicoot and they did the Insane trilogy, and then they did It's About Time. That's what this feels like. So
you think it's like it's an about time sort of thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. They didn't show anything. They didn't give a release date.
No, because fucking Battle for Bikini Bottom came out last year. Like, there's no way. There's no fucking way that this game is even close to done.
So, I don't know why they decided to show this. That's the showcase, by the way. I don't know why they decided to show this whole thing off. It was horrible. It was absolute garbage.
Yeah, one of the worst. Better than Capcom, though.
Waste of 30 minutes. It was better than Gearbox.
Gearbox, that's what it was. No, Capcom was fine.
Capcom was okay. I mean, they didn't have a whole lot, but it was like, okay. It was 15 minutes with like some fighting game updates. This was just like, here's Destroy All Humans 2. That's it. Everything else looks bad or has no release date and isn't technically a game yet. It is just the bones, the ideas of a game that we are kind of making. So no game, no hype for all of these. Better luck next time, I suppose.
And the games we did see, not hype.
Not hype. Not hype. Yeah, there's better versions of the exact same games out there already. You can buy them. If any of those looked interesting, just comment into the comment section on this video and ask me what game is like, Alex or whatever, And I'll be like, okay, so you like this game? We'll just go back like 3 years. This game has been out and it's updated and it's better than what that game's going to be. Um, yeah, Jesus, terrible, terrible. Let's get into the news. Let's get into the news, shall we? News. The more you news. Big one. Nintendo Switch has Bluetooth enabled after 4 years. So Nintendo Switch had a firmware update where they turned on your Bluetooth capabilities. They've
So you can
been
use
there.
Bluetooth headphones. Yeah.
They've been there the whole fucking time. The capabilities have been there for 4 years, and we are just now getting them.
Like, we had to have known there was Bluetooth because that's how the controller connects. But like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? What the fuck? How are they so bad all the time?
Nintendo is just such a trash company. They're so fucking trash about consumer. They're terrible with consumers. Like, I cannot believe people are still buying a Nintendo bullcrap after all of the shit that they've done recently. It's just cash grab after cash grab. Like, you would think like the Disney remakes for like Simba and whatever else, the live action remakes of like Aladdin and stuff. You think, no, Disney's pretty shit because they're just trying to grab money for remaking those. And it's like, yeah, probably. It's also probably to like keep the copyright or whatever. Where Nintendo's just like, we literally had this and we're losing sales now. So Bluetooth, we'll turn Bluetooth on. So there you go. There you go, guys.
So baffled by this. Like, what was preventing them from doing this? And like, I just imagine there's some engineer out there, right? That's like, they go to him and they're like, hey, on the new model of Switch, could we add Bluetooth headphones? And he's like, guys, you guys didn't turn. There's a Bluetooth switch right there. You could have just flipped it on 4 years ago.
just turn that on.
When I was designing this, you could have done that.
You asked me to put this in here, and I'm like, it's in there. Why aren't they
like,
why are they turning this on?
Yeah, like it's so baffling. Like, what the fuck, man?
I don't understand this. And people online that I've seen, people are like, yay, Bluetooth, rather than the way they should be reacting, which is, fuck you, Nintendo. Bluetooth after 4 years of a Bluetooth, that it's been in the console the whole time.
Yeah.
I bet you there's a fucking chat where you don't have to use your phone too. And they'll be like, oh, by the way, guys, there's an app that we came out with.
You got Party Chat now. Yeah.
And you got Party Chat after 7 years of the Switch coming out. Like, fuck Nintendo, dude.
I doubt that, but
I don't at this point, dude. Nintendo is scum. They're so scummy.
Yeah, it's wild. I don't understand how this happens.
And nobody found out. No, like usually we have like leakers or like, data miners that's like, hey guys, there's the thing that like turns the Bluetooth on and you're in your Switch, you just hit that button and it turns it on. I don't know how hacking works, but you know what I mean. I
was clicking on
We're breaking into the mainframe. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Enhance. Yeah. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
It just makes me upset, and I don't think I'll trust Nintendo ever again. Ever again. Fuck you, Bowser.
Doug,
that's his name. I wanted to say Dave, but I knew that wasn't right, so I just said
it's
Bowser.
Dave now.
It's Dave Bowser, you fuck.
Dave Bowser, you bitch.
Community manager, my ass. He's more than that, though. He's like the president or something.
He's the CEO of
it's his
Nintendo America, yeah.
Fuck you, Doug Bowser. All right, and then we got really cool news for me, anyway, being a Star Wars fan. Quantic Dream, the guys behind Heavy Rain, Detroit Become Human, and there's another one. What is it called?
Souls?
Beyond Two Souls. I think that's the only games they ever made, but it's very like story based, choose your actions sort of thing. Quantic Dream is working on a Star Wars game. This comes from Andy Robinson at Video Game Chronicle. Quantic Dream's next game will be based on the Star Wars IP. It's been claimed. That's according to French YouTuber Gautaz, who claimed this week that the Detroit Become Human and Heavy Rain developer, helmed by designer David Cage, has signed a deal with Disney. Now that its 3-game contract with Sony has ended. Quote, they now finished their contract with Sony and will be signing with Disney, he said in a video last week. It looks like they will be working on a Star Wars game. The claim was later corroborated by reliable game industry insider Tom Henderson, who posted a cryptic Star Wars and a Detroit mashup on Twitter. Fucking cool. So we're gonna have a story-based Heavy Rain, a Heavy Rain-esque Star Wars game is what I get from this, and I'm all about it.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's weird. It's really a strange pick. One I would have never assumed that Star Wars would be working with Quantic Dream. Especially the way it's stated here, where it's like, well, we don't work with Sony anymore, so now we work with Disney. It's just like, that's super weird, man. I will say, Beyond Two Souls, very underrated game.
I disagree.
That's why.
But
I will say it.
I will say that it is. If you told me this, before Disney Plus was a thing, and you're like, "Hey, Quantic Dream's gonna make a Star Wars game in the future," I'd be like, "Yeah, all right, okay, blah blah blah." The guys who made Heavy Rain, what are they gonna do? But because of the shows that I'm seeing on Disney Plus with What If and Visions, Star Wars Visions is coming out. It's like Disney's just kind of like
go crazy.
You just do it. Yeah, creators fucking create content.
Well,
and it makes sense to me just because I don't know if David Cage is still the lead designer I would imagine so, but I imagine they just kind of went up to him and went, "You have an idea for Star Wars? You like Star Wars?" And he's like, "Yeah, I like Star Wars. You got an idea?" "Yeah." "Okay, go for it. Just give us money." He's like, "Okay."
I feel like Disney just saw, because when they first got Star Wars, right? Mm-hmm. They were like, all of the books that existed they're not canon anymore. We have a very specific canon for Star Wars. Every book from now on, is going to be canon. And we have a whole team just making sure our canon makes sense and it's all consistent. And I think they saw that people were like, we don't care. We don't give a shit about your canon, dude.
No.
Star Wars Battlefront does not need to be canon. It just needs to be fun.
There's a reason it wasn't canon in the originals,
Yeah. And there's seeing Visions coming out, where it's technically, I guess those things are canon. They're saying those things are going to be canon, but they're just do whatever the fuck you want. Make it however weird you want. And they're probably saying that to David Cage too, especially considering that a David Cage game, the story can branch. That's kind of the whole thing, is the story branches into a million different scenarios. That was kind of the deal with Beyond or Detroit Become Human.
All of them pretty much.
Yeah, but especially Detroit Become Human.
Well, yeah, especially since you got to look at where your options came from,
My thing though is, wouldn't it be a lot cooler if Firaxis was making a Star Wars game and David Cage was making a Marvel game? Wouldn't that be way cooler? Would be cooler. Because then with the XCOM game, you could have stormtroopers and then a special guy like that. Yep. It makes more sense. What are you doing? What are you doing? That makes, come on.
Yeah, missed opportunity. But maybe they will do that.
No,
maybe
they won't.
They won't. But maybe.
No.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm all for it. The whole thing where they decided to axe anything that was old not canon, like Legends as they call. I think that was just kind of them for quality control in case they
Right.
needed to take like an IP of something that was in Legends and then they changed it so that fans can't go, actually, and then they're like,
But
no,
the
this is
thing
our
with
story.
the thing with Legends is like there were already things that were inconsistent about Legends. So
Hmm.
you can't be like actually, because it already wasn't canon, they're all just
Right.
stories, and
Right.
like just tell your stories, man. And if it
Yep.
changes, that's fine. That's like why comic books are so cool. Like there's a canon within comic books, but it's consistent. It's always changing. It's always,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And it resets every
It's yeah,
every
all the time.
every arc.
Yeah.
It's always like because fucking Spider-Man, Doctor Octopus, like
Yeah.
that that's a thing that happened.
Superior Spider-Man, yeah.
Superior Spider-Man, yeah. Um, so yeah, it's cool. I'm glad that Star Wars is no longer under the grasp of EA, and we should get some interesting fucking things now.
Yeah, I wanted to ask. I don't know why I got all bossed. I wanted to ask.
I wanted to ask,
Hey, I want to ask you something.
huh? What you
uh,
want to ask?
what developer would you like to see like make a Star Wars game?
I have it right now. I have it right
Go
now.
for it. Go for it.
I don't remember the developer's name. Give me 2 seconds um to figure it out.
You got this.
Um, 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 that's not it. That's not the developer of that game. Uh, you know what? The fucking guys that made the Wipeout. I want the guys that made Wipeout HD, Wipeout Fury, Wipeout 2048,
I got you.
Wipeout
Yeah.
Omega Collection to make a Star Wars pod racer game.
That would be
And I
pretty
want
cool.
I don't want like a remake. Just throw some old maps in there and redo them, but also just go throughout all the history of Star Wars. Like any planet that we've been to, there's probably some pod racing somewhere on that planet. Like freaking Canto Bight couldn't possibly be just horse betting. They couldn't possibly just have horse betting. They had to have, a really cool fucking pod racer betting thing as well, which was a missed opportunity from Ryan Johnson. But that's what I want. I want a new pod racer game from the guys that did Wipeout HD Collection. What about you?
I've got two weird ones, okay?
Mm-hmm.
First one, I don't think either of these are going to happen. These are just like I would like to see Star Wars games from these guys.
Okay.
I would like to see a Star Wars game from Naughty Dog. I feel like Naughty Dog would make a really kick-ass Star Wars game.
Like a real Star Wars game, like a gritty ass.
Well, I don't even think it needs to be like super gritty, like because they made Uncharted too. Like,
That's true. That's
like,
true.
Like that would be cool. I don't think that'll happen though, because we already have something similar to that with Jedi Fallen Order, I guess.
They could do it better though.
They totally could. They could make something really fucking cool. They could make like a Han Solo game. That'd be really cool. Something. Also, I feel like Double Fine would make a really interesting, weird Star Wars game, and especially since Tim Schafer has worked within LucasArts before. Like,
what would they do?
I just feel like they could make something really, really weird and interesting within the Star Wars universe. And like, I feel like Tim Schafer's ability to blend serious topics with comedy suits Star Wars really well, because that is Star Wars through and through.
Right.
I just feel like Tim Schafer is one of the best storytellers in video games, and I feel like he could make a really cool Star Wars game. And it could be because I'm playing Psychonauts right now, and that's just like fresh on the mind.
Just,
but
yeah,
Like, I just feel like he would make something really weird and interesting.
If it's kind of like in the vein of like a Grim Fandango, I could see it. Like
I don't know. It could be like Psychonauts, where it's like a platformer, but you're like, I don't know, like Yoda or something. I don't know.
I don't know about that. I don't know. That one's kind of weird because Psychonauts is all like psychedelic stuff. You're walking on walls. You're going around.
Right. What's
you're
the Force?
Well, the Force is, all around us.
Yeah.
It's an energy that blankets.
It binds us.
It binds us. Yeah. It blankets all of existence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I would love
instead
to
of
see more.
instead of like psychic stuff, it's the Force. Like, I don't know.
Oh, you know what? You saying that makes me think they could do like an Obi-Wan Kenobi learning from Qui-Gon Jinn how to become a Force ghost. And like it's in like the Force ghost plane of existence or whatever. And like Obi-Wan Kenobi's just kind of like getting pulled into it.
Yo, I'm gonna say something. I got a hot take right here. Okay, There's too many Force ghosts. It's too many. All right, Luke.
There's 4 Force ghosts.
Luke should not be a Force ghost. Okay, he shouldn't. He didn't earn that shit.
No. Well, you're right. Well,
Obi-Wan did, not Luke.
Obi-Wan definitely earned it. Yoda, obviously.
I don't even think Yoda
But
deserves it.
You think Qui-Gon Jinn?
I don't think Yoda deserves
that?
to be. We've never seen Qui-Gon as a fucking Force ghost.
But he's the first one to do it.
But like, I do think Qui-Gon earned it because he was the one that was like, the Jedi are wrong, and that's why he really unleashed the Force.
Well, but then he came to Yoda as a Force ghost and went, "Hey, let me teach you this, Yoda." So don't you think that like
I don't think Yoda should be one, because Yoda was like, he's the worst perpetrator of the Jedi Council. He's the reason the Jedi Council exists. He kind of ruined the Jedis. That's a hot take, but I stand by it.
It is a hot take. It is a hot take. But but they're homies still. Qui-Gon Jinn and Yoda are homies, and Obi-Wan.
So is Magneto.
Obviously Obi-Wan. So like, if you learn something in death, and you're like, holy shit, I can contact people who are still alive by this way. Don't you want to be like, hey, I want to talk to you, and I'll show you how you can do this. That way you can talk to people
I just think
when you die.
It takes no one's turned into a Force ghost. It's kind of like Super Saiyans. It's like no one's been a Super Saiyan, and now like everyone's a fucking Super Saiyan.
Well, does Luke even turn into a Force ghost though? He doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
When?
At the end, right? He's like standing there.
He just disappears. He like astral projects himself
in the 3rd movie, right? He like catches the lightsaber, right? And he's like, "You shouldn't disrespect this. Remember, you should respect."
No, that's Yoda that does that.
No.
Luke Skywalker
is a Force ghost
Mark
in Rise
Hamill.
of Skywalker. Yes,
we're gonna have to fucking watch it again.
He's a fucking Force ghost in that movie. He like sits on the tree trunk and like talks to her. Because she's trying to get rid of that fucking shit.
Oh, that's right. That's right. God, that movie's so bad.
That movie
is so bad. I didn't even remember that. I thought it ended at the second one, whatever that one's called.
Oh,
because where he like disintegrates. I thought that was the last.
No. There's a whole other movie.
There's a whole other movie.
there's a whole other one.
Oh my god!
And he's a Force ghost, and he is even at the end of that movie. He's standing there in the sand in Tatooine. He's like standing there with Leia.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh god, and Leia's a Force ghost too.
Yeah, she's a Force ghost. She's not even a Jedi, dude.
She's not even a Jedi.
Although she did do that.
Who the fuck would teach her that? Who the fuck would teach her that?
I am under the impression that she learned. She was a Jedi, I guess, because like
she learned with Luke,
and she also trained Rey.
Right.
So I guess she is sort of a Jedi, but I don't know.
I feel like that last movie, should have been first. You know, like it should have been first
Should
because
have been
then
second.
we would.
That should have been the second movie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It should have been the second movie, and Luke should have stayed alive. And then at the end of the last,
We shouldn't have
then
seen
he died.
Snoke in the first movie, right?
Nope.
Just like in the originals, you don't see Palpy in the first
Yep.
movie.
It should have just been the Knights of Ren. That would have been fucking scary enough.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
Kylo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly. And then you realize that he's
Not the top dog.
He's not the top dog. Yeah. They should have played it just like.
Yeah, if
Empire Strikes
we're
Back.
gonna have like a soft reboot, just fucking go for it, dude. Just
Yep.
make it a soft reboot. Like go
Yep.
full ham.
Because then they kill. Anyway, we're fucking going on a tangent. We'll get to it once we go through all of the Star Wars shit.
We will.
That'll probably be our next thing, honestly.
Yeah. It won't
Or
take too
next.
long. There's not that many movies.
There's 11 movies.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
6?
There's 9.
Oh, God, there's
9 main ones.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
And then you've got the Rogue
2,
One and
yeah.
Solo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have them all. They're right over there.
I've got them all somewhere too.
Actually, no, they're up there. In
Next
that
to the
dark
Jar
corner.
Jar head.
Next to the Jar Jar mug. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. All right,
Well,
let's get in the
We've all got them on Disney Plus now. So
Well, I got them on Steelbook, so I can hang them up or whatever. The top 10 selling video games, the NPD numbers of this month, last month rather, August, goes in this order. Number 1 that sold last month, Madden NFL 22. Came out that month, so this one's fucking crazy. This number right here, you see
Yeah.
that number difference?
yeah.
All right, number 2 is Ghost of Tsushima, all the way back up from number 110.
It's because the DLC came out. and
Yeah, the
cut.
director's cut came out,
Yeah.
and it boosted that thing all the way to number 2. Number
really
3,
cool,
number 3, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Number 4, brand new game, Humankind. That's kind of cool. That's only on PC.
Yeah, that is- you
number-
don't really see a whole lot of just like PC games.
No, not
Yeah.
really, other than Minecraft. Number 5, Spider-Man Miles Morales. That's also on consoles though.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, number 6, Mario Kart 8. Number 7, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Stop buying Nintendo products, please.
Hey man, Skyward Sword just came out though, so
It's a remake.
okay.
It's a remake. Mario Kart 8's above that.
I
People
know.
are still buying Mario Kart 8 more than they're buying Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
That's a problem. That is a problem. Number 8, Minecraft. Number 9, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I guess that game's okay. Number 10, MLB The Show 21. Weird, dude. Assassin's Creed Valhalla jumped up to number 9
From
from
20. Was there some
20.
sort of DLC that came out?
There
I don't
must
know.
have been
I
like a
don't keep up
DLC
with
or
it.
an update or something like that. This is the top 10 selling games of the year. So everything up to August 2021. Number 1, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. It's going to be there the rest of the year. Number 2, MLB The Show 21. Great fucking... That's a good number 2. Number 3, Resident Evil The Village. Or Village, whatever. Number 4, new game, Madden NFL 22. Sport game, another sport game. Number 5, Super Mario 3D World. Number 6, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. Number 7, Mario Kart 8. Stop buying it. Number 8, Monster Hunter Rise. Number 9, Minecraft. Number 10, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Nothing's really changed on that one except for Madden NFL. Kind of like weaseled its way into the number 4 slot and pushed everything else down. Other than that, I think, yeah, it's exactly the same. And then what to look forward to next week? We got a couple of things coming out. We got Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. This is exciting. Coming out on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and PC September 21st. That's tomorrow as of this recording. What's
I
up?
will be streaming that tonight, so if you're watching live,
9
you're
p.m.
not.
on...
you're not. But if you're in here, you're lurking, come back tonight at 9 p.m. Arizona
I'll
time.
be doing that. I'll be doing that.
Hell yeah, boy.
I want to see what this game looks like.
Playing Kenna. It's already downloaded. It just won't let me play because that's how games release, I guess. I don't know.
Woo. Diablo 2 Resurrected is coming to PC September 23rd. Death Stranding Director's Cut is coming to PlayStation 5 September 24th.
Very excited about that as well. I
What is that? A Thursday? Friday? It's Friday.
think it's
something like that.
Thursday.
Lost Judgment is coming to PlayStation 5. Fucking all of them. Lost Judgment coming to everything except for PC on September 24th.
It is a Friday, by the way.
Okay. And then we also have recent reviews via OpenCritic. NBA 2K22 has a 75 out of 40 critic reviews, so it's a sports game. It's fine, I suppose. And then an updated number for Deathloop is got 88 so far at 128 critic reviews. So people seem to like that one. It's
a good
almost
game.
a 90. Not as
game.
good as Hades from last year, but it's up there.
Well, Hades was like game of the year, so I don't think this is game of the year.
I don't think anything on OpenCritic has broken 90 this year, though. I don't think there's a single thing.
Not even Psychonauts?
Nope, Psychonauts is at 89.
Fuck.
We got
like,
three
that game's
games.
really good. It's got to be close.
We got 3 games at 89, and that's Bustafellows, which is like a graphic novel dating sim sort of thing for PC. Has got an 89. Psychonauts 2 has got an 89, and It Takes Two has got an 89.
We got to play that, dude.
We should.
Me and you,
It's
we
got
got
an
to
89.
we got to get a divorce, dude. We got to.
Yeah.
That's what the game's
I don't
about. So.
I don't love you anymore.
Yeah.
Do you have a question for these folks that they will not answer?
Yeah, here's the question you will not answer. Who would you like to see make a Star Wars game?
That's a great question.
I think so too. Because I actually want to know what everyone thinks. Because I just want to imagine a world where these things exist. You know?
Yeah.
I think in the past,
and then ponder on it.
In the past, I think I would have said Square Enix, but now
Not anymore.
Now I think Square Enix is like fully into Marvel. So,
but they're bad at it.
Yeah.
They're really bad at it.
I feel like they could have made a really cool Star Wars game because they also made the Lara Croft games. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I just feel like if you can make an Uncharted type game, you can make a Star Wars game.
Yeah, because that would be remember like what was it, 1313? That game that was supposed to come out? That looked like Uncharted, but
FromSoft. Oh, that'd be weird as hell, dude. Don't we already have that?
Well, yeah, that's kind of
Jedi Fallen Order.
Jedi Fallen Over. It would be better if it was from FromSoft.
Is that a Darth Maul lightsaber in the corner?
Yes, it sure is. Let's see if it turns on. Oh, that one's dead. No, where is it? Yeah, it sure is.
What does it run on? Batteries?
Yeah, it's just 3 AAA batteries. I just don't have the batteries to replace the pull this bitch apart. It's like 7 feet long.
This is good. This is good content.
This is good podcast content.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's just got like these little.
Oh, I see.
Oh, that's probably why it doesn't work. Probably it's just like 3 AAA batteries in this little thing. It's got a speaker on one side.
No, nothing takes D batteries anymore. You notice this?
D batteries.
The big.
I mean, I don't. Yeah. I don't buy RC cars anymore. So
I don't know.
I don't know.
Wait, are D's the square ones, or are D's the circle ones?
Dude,
The
I don't
big
know.
fat circle ones. I don't know. It runs off the force stuff. No, it runs off of the crystals. The
Fiber crystals.
yeah.
Exactly what they run on. Those aren't Duracell AAAs. My mistake. They're Duracell kyber crystals. That's what they are.
Hot take. Blasters are really stupid. They're really stupid. They're so slow.
Yeah, you saw that too. I saw that online where they're like, blasters go super slow and it's easy to deflect them. The Jedi makes it really easy.
I've always thought this.
Something.
This is not new information. I've always thought like I feel like I could shoot you a lot quicker with a 22 caliber.
Yeah, but this
pistol.
is a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. They didn't have.
Well, we don't have fucking spaceships.
No.
If you could develop a spaceship, You could develop a goddamn 22 rifle, you
You
know?
would think, but instead they developed blasters, which maybe they don't have like gunpowder where they're at. Like they haven't figured out
So many
gunpowder, but
powder.
they figured out like force energy or kyber crystals. Like you can't make a gun out of kyber crystals.
I guess
you can make a
blasters
blaster.
are more civilized though, right? Because it's like you just injure someone, but it also like cauterizes itself.
Right.
Where
And it's
like,
also like it gives you a chance.
yeah, you could live through that. Whereas like guns are they're there to like kill you.
We do have SpaceX.
But at the same time, I say it's civilized, and Obi-Wan has made it very clear how uncivilized they are.
Well, because he's a samurai. You know,
How uncivilized?
you don't take a fucking crossbow to a samurai. Like that's unfair. That's uncivilized. If a samurai comes up to you and goes, "Whoa, I'm gonna fight you with honor," and then somebody just shoots him with a crossbow, it's like, come on, dude.
I feel
No
like a
honor.
blaster is slower than a crossbow.
You're probably right, but that's probably the slowest thing that I can think of.
Just a regular arrow. I don't know.
I think that's about the same speed as a crossbow. It's just how much
think?
effort you put into it. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's still a string pushing a stick. That's all it is.
I
It's
guess.
just are you using your arms to pull it back, or are you using a little like mechanical device to pull it back? That's the question. Anyway, check out our other Lonercast shows, the Jake and Corey podcast every Monday. This show on twitch.tv/Lonercast every Monday as well, but it will go live on Tuesdays on YouTube and everywhere else. Follow us on Twitter. Jake is at emergencypizza_. I am fatal_microwave. And stay tuned for more content. We have buttloads of content. Also, we're doing a Marvel countdown sort of situation for every Marvel movie.
Yeah. So if you're live on Twitch, stick around. If you're watching on YouTube or I don't know, podcasting services, fuck off. Get out of here. Go take care of your kids. Go pay your child support. What are you doing?
What are you talking? The people can listen to podcasts to take care of the kids. It's much harder to watch on Twitch and take care of your kids as opposed to listening on Spotify and taking care of your kids. Listen to this with your kids.
Yeah, definitely. We don't cuss all the time.
Fuck. Shit, bitch, ass, tits.
Okay.